The 6 to 7 Figure Show, episode 19. Ready? Let's hit it.
Broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun outside Phoenix, Arizona. This is the 6 to 7 Figure Show. Tired of working so hard and having no time? Take your six-figure practice and turn it to a thriving seven-figure enterprise. And now, your host, author, speaker, mentor, and strategist, Frank Bria.
Everyone, welcome to the 6 to 7 Figure Show. My name is Frank Bria, and today I am joined by Andrew Kroeze. He is the, first of all, just brilliant guy. First off, I've had a pleasure to work with him in the past, and what Andrew focuses on is creating highly profitable and deeply fulfilling coaching businesses through a unique proprietary 7-step system called the Authority Accelerator method. And we're going to get into that because you know how I feel about unique proprietary processes. I'm a big fan. So Andrew's helped influencers such as James Swanwick, Alex Moscow, Jeff Miller with Facebook group monetization strategies, which we're going to talk about, and has helped newcomers even earn millions collectively through courses and has helped millions collective through courses and coaching. So Andrew's been featured in media because he built a $500,000 lifestyle business in 1 year. A phenomenal feat. So obviously lots of discussion about that, talking about that as well. But today, Andrew mentors experts and influencers through his group. And he has a program called the Group Growth and Monetization Blueprint. And he has a program called the Authority Accelerator program, which we will talk about a little bit today. And Andrew lives in beautiful San Diego. As of recently, right? It was about a year ago or so you moved there?
Not even. So January I moved out here and I don't want to leave. I love it.
Yeah, well, January is the year that exactly. Everyone who's for those of you who got this on video, you just saw the beautiful outdoor, the sea out of the window there. Yeah. Andrew, thanks so much for being on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Frank. I'm excited to dig into this, provide as much value as possible to your audience, and talk about whatever we want to talk about.
I don't doubt that the value will happen for sure. Every time I've had a chance to talk to you, that's one thing that's really clear. So let's just start off with a discussion of the area that you focus in and Facebook groups. Mm-hmm. What is it exactly that you are teaching folks about how to use Facebook groups in terms of strategy? Who is this good for, and what do they do with it?
Yeah. So the reason why I focus on Facebook groups is because it's such a powerful container. I believe it's the best list, best distribution system that you can use. It's when you create a highly engaged Facebook group, you create a tribe of buyers that will just buy from you from one post that you put up. Like, I don't do these elaborate launches. I've never made a webinar. I've never made a VSL. I just make a post and it makes money. And I help coaches, consultants, course creators, anybody that's creating an online business, grow their tribe inside of a Facebook group, and help them create the content that will drive somebody from a stranger to a red hot buyer. And in my Group Growth and Monetization Blueprint program, my course, we help people go from 0 to 1,000 people in their Facebook group and launch their first digital product within 6 weeks.
Nice.
So we've seen launches do first launches do anywhere between $5,000 to $35,000 within the first week or first 6 weeks of starting the program. So that's one of the programs. And I just think Facebook groups are the most powerful container to nurture an audience and ultimately sell your products.
Yeah, and it feels like Facebook agrees with you because it seems lately that there's been a focus in Facebook to get more groups, get more engagement in groups. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm super stoked about that. Facebook is changing their mobile app to focus more on Facebook groups. And features of Facebook groups are going to be more prominent on the mobile app. So
Yeah.
good for my business.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. So Andrew, tell us a little bit about how you got into this. So what motivated you to start working with Facebook groups and start teaching people about Facebook groups that work?
Yeah. So my first venture after I quit my job, I was doing IT sales out in Chicago for a couple of years, selling CRM systems, Salesforce, Microsoft Dynamics. And I realized that wasn't for me. I was more of the entrepreneur type. When I was little, I went out when I was 5 and sold a box of candy bars by myself and brought home a wad full of cash with worried sick parents, like wondering where I was. So I've kind of always been the entrepreneur type. So I quit my job, moved back to Cleveland, quit drinking, focused on health, lost 20 pounds in 90 days, did all this stuff. And that really gave me the momentum to really crush my first business, which was selling lead gen services to local businesses using Facebook ads, funnels, email automation, all that. And with that model, I was able to scale very quickly. And I didn't have any team members. It was just me. And in 90 days, I was able to get to 10K months. And I scaled that very quickly. And then I created a Facebook group to teach people how to create their own advertising agencies, their own lead gen agencies for local businesses. And that grew from 0 to 1,000 people in 5 weeks. And I get this question all the time. When should I launch a coaching program? When should I launch a course? And I believe it's when people start asking for it. So when you start growing your audience and you're putting content out there that they love and they're consuming, and people start reaching out to you saying, hey, do you have a course? Do you have a coaching program? Can I work with you one-on-one? That's when you should ultimately launch it. So it was around that time where I was at like 700 members that people started reaching out and being like, yo, can I buy a course from you? Can I learn from you more in depth and pay you money? And it was around that time, launched a course, a beta course, minimal viable course. Didn't create any videos before I launched it. I just created the videos where I was 1 week ahead, did bi-weekly coaching calls, one coaching call and then one Q&A call. And then my first launch did 6,800 in the first 5 weeks of starting my group. And then 4 months into starting my group, we were around 2,000 members. And I scaled very quickly and did a $62,000 month.
Wow.
With just 2,000 members in my Facebook group.
Wow.
And that's what blew my mind. So that was February of 2018, did the $62,000 month. And then in April of 2018, I started teaching how to grow Facebook groups and monetize Facebook groups with courses, coaching programs, all that stuff. And from there, it took off. 2018, did a little over $500,000. So it's crazy how fast you can grow using Facebook groups and just offering the right programs to your audience. And I've been working with you for a while, Frank, like you teaching me how the right way to construct offers. That's been a crucial component to putting the right offer in front of my audience that really helped it take off. So thank you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, what a great success story that essentially you not stumble into, but like strategically position the right content in, and then it just blows up like that. That's exactly the kind of success I think a lot of people are dying to figure out how to do. So talk us through. So first, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But let's talk us through. You've got a kind of 7-step process, right? Which is kind of your talk us through that. What is that? How does that work? And how does it fit into the overall framework of finding success with Facebook groups?
Yeah. So this 7-step process, the Authority Accelerator method, I built this out using a messaging matrix that I know it's gone around from coaching program to mentorship program, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of people use it. I learned it from Alex Moscow. If you guys haven't caught on by now, I hire a lot of mentors and learn from a lot of different sources, Frank being one of them. It's been awesome. But I got this messaging matrix from Alex Moscow. If you guys want the quick breakdown of the messaging matrix, it's, hey, what's the step? So what this messaging matrix is the process to link somebody from the problem that they're experiencing to the promise, their desire that you are offering in your coaching program, course, what have you. So this is my 7-step methodology to move somebody from a weak course / coaching business to ultimately a $500,000 year business with a team and systems and with a tribe of buyers that you can offer your programs to at any time. But the messaging matrix is broken down into the step, the problem that your ideal client is experiencing in that step, the solution that you are delivering in that step, the transformational benefits that your ideal client will get out of the solution, and the tools and resources that you are using in that step. So if you guys kind of can get a visual of that step, problem, solution, transformational benefit, and tools and resources. But the 7-step process that I use, the Authority Accelerator method, is one, identity creation, really fixing up that mindset and the foundations for your business. So you don't limit yourself, your business, the possibilities in your life. We get really clear on your vision and ultimately what you want to create for your life more than your business. Because you want to figure out what you want out of your life so you can create that business that propels your life forward, fills you up, and energizes you. Then step 2 is attracting your tribe of buyers. So we use email lists, Facebook groups, messenger bots, getting people onto those platforms so we can deliver content to them. So we go through a step-by-step process to fill your pipeline with potential buyers on those 3 platforms. Then we create your core high-ticket program. So that is your accelerator program, 90 days to 120 days, where you are charging anywhere between $3,000 and $12,000. Then sales enrollment mastery is step number 4. I have paid my good friend and my sales coach, Brad Newman, to come in and teach sales. So he hops on bi-weekly coaching calls with everybody in Authority Accelerator. He has his sales script. He helps you build a sales script, overcome all your objections, and he answers all of your sales questions inside of our private Facebook group. So step 4 is really nailing down those sales because
that's solid. Brad's solid in this area. So that's a good call.
Amazing. Over $2 million sold in the past year and a half. Just amazing dude. Yeah. And then step number 5 is the maximization model. So I have a model that I've created that helps you scale your business, scale your offers, and also impact your clients on the deepest level with all those offers with keeping your business scalable. The model, just real quick, is masterclasses, online course to indoctrinate people into your methodology, an accelerator program, and a 6-month, 9-month, or 12-month mastermind and mentorship. Nice. Then step number 6 is solidifying systems. So this is something I wish I had when I first started, was building out systems, because you can get to 6 figures on pure hustle, but to get to 7 figures, it's all about building out those systems. And it wasn't until I started building out systems where I was able to get to that 7-figure run rate. So that is super duper crucial. And then step number 7, once you have your systems and your business foundation laid out, we help you build your dream team. So getting your first hires in the door, or really expanding on the team that you currently have. So that's a 7-step system process, the Authority Accelerator methodology, to move your course or coaching business from a weak business to ultimately over $500,000 a year. And just everything just solidified.
That's amazing. Now, and your Authority Accelerator program basically covers those 7 then, right?
Yes. So
How far does your is it group growth and monetization, GGMB, is that right?
yeah.
Yeah, how far does that take you down that path?
Yeah. So this is something that I've learned from you. Like, just when you're creating your offer, know the problem, the promise, and the process. So what I do when I create a new program, a new offer, I write those 3 things out the first thing that I do. And that's been so helpful. So what I have for the group growth and monetization blueprint, you get lifetime access to the course content. I'm actually still doing weekly group coaching calls in there too. I don't know how long those are going to last, but I'm still doing those. But the problem is you don't have an audience and you don't have a program created, right?
Right.
So we help you go from 0 to 1,000 people in your Facebook group and launch your first program. So that is a 6-week timeline, but you get lifetime access to the content.
Got it.
And then inside of Authority Accelerator, now that you have your first program launched, you have an audience, we help you scale that audience and we help you create your core high ticket product. And usually at that time, people have raving fans. Like people got results from the course or program that you put out, and they want to be upsold into where they can have more access to you or your team. So then we help you create your high ticket program. And that's really the focus of the Authority Accelerator, the 90-day accelerator program. And we go through all 7 steps, but ultimately in 90 days, you're not going to be able to really rock out all of your systems or build out all of your team.
Sure.
So I have Authority Accelerator Elite, which is my year-long program that helps you build out your systems and build out your team. And you get full access to me and my team. And also on top of that, we have monthly masterminds, in-person meetups. And also what I'm super stoked about for people in Authority Accelerator Elite, we're doing a 5-day sales retreat where we're giving you 2 weeks of pre-work to fill your pipeline, to get as many sales calls booked as possible. And then me and Brad are going to be in your ear while you're on those sales calls. So we're going to help you close over $100,000 in sales in 5 days.
That's amazing.
So we're going to have your high ticket program built out. And then that is what we're going to sell on those sales calls.
That's cool. The implementation events like that are just super successful. I think people who are missing putting implementation into a live event are like missing the whole purpose.
Oh my God.
Getting together in person. Yeah.
Yeah. You had a live event and you had people book the sales calls and make some money.
Yeah, we did. It was amazing. Yeah. It was, how much can you get done in 2 days? It's amazing how much you can get done in 2 days when you're all in the same place and you kind of go, okay, well, we're not spending time flipping through Instagram right now. We're moving on to the next thing.
It's crazy. I mean, the focus is there, yes. But on top of that, it's the energy.
It's energy.
People in the room that really creates the biggest difference when you're all in one place.
Well, that's a really good format. I'm excited to see how that goes. That's really cool.
Thanks so much.
So what are some of the things that you built in specifically for growth? Like as you started to add new people into the program, what are some of the things that came up, or did you design in advance that would allow you to handle more and more clients?
Mm-hmm. So I've created what I call the maximization model, which I find to be the most easily scalable model out there for offer creation, and it maximizes the impact that you can have on your clients.
Mm-hmm.
So it's number one, masterclasses, where I do an hour to 2 hour masterclass that fixes a very specific problem in my ideal client's business. Very specific problem. They generate results. It's not about making money from your masterclass. I usually charge $97.
Yeah.
It's about over delivering. You want to get people happy about paying you money. And this will increase the amount of yeses that you get on your sales calls. If people pay a low amount and you over deliver in value, you will get a lot more yeses on your sales calls. And then you have an asset for your business that you can sell over and over and over. And also it drives sales calls. So masterclasses is the first level to get people love paying you. Then online courses. So this is to indoctrinate people into your methodology of producing a result. So this is very scalable, price point anywhere between $300 and $1,000, I'd say. That's what I suggest.
Yeah.
Indoctrinates people into your methodology and gets them a result. The worst thing that you can do is underdeliver and not really paint your methodology in a good light.
Right.
Then the third step is your accelerator program, and people can skip your master classes and courses and go straight to your accelerator program. This is my core offer. So this is to get the biggest results possible for your client, because they're working, well, in my accelerator program, they're working with me and my team to create that high ticket program and sell as much of that high ticket program and actually produce results for their clients, because that's what's going to sell their programs, is when you produce results for people.
Yeah.
And then lastly is the year-long program working with me and my team. And that's what brings in monthly reoccurring revenue for your business. So super high ticket, anywhere between, for a year-long program, anywhere between $25,000 and $100,000 suggested. And people paying you monthly for that year-long contract. So with that model, super scalable. Our coaching calls in our 90-day programs are with the people that are also in our year-long program. So super scalable on that.
Nice.
And also you're getting, in this model, you're getting recurring revenue. You're getting more yeses on your sales calls.
Yeah.
And on top of that, one of the biggest problems I see in the course and coaching industry is that you don't have another program for your clients to go into. So either you sell them into one-on-one mentorship, or you resell them your coaching program, and that's not really doing the best for your client.
Right.
So having this model set up is really the most scalable model that I see out there.
Very cool. That's awesome. That's you've got it built from front to back. I like how you've leveraged the coaching calls across a number of different programs for scale. So you're not delivering the same content multiple times to multiple different audiences. That's a smart move.
Yeah, exactly. For the content, for the group growth and monetization blueprint, the course, everybody inside of Authority Accelerator gets that content.
Yeah.
But it is different content between Authority Accelerator and the group growth and monetization blueprint.
Yeah.
But inside of Authority Accelerator, the content is the same between Authority Accelerator and Authority Accelerator Elite. What makes the biggest difference is the amount of time and the level of access.
Yeah.
So one thing that I learned from Alex Moscow was you can charge more for the level of access that people get to you. So there should be more and more access, the more people pay, right?
You've increased the intimacy level of the program.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so the analogy that he uses is a Justin Bieber concert. So you can pay for his song on iTunes.
Right.
You can buy a ticket to one of his concerts. You can buy a front row ticket, and you can buy VIP behind the scenes. You can buy like a one day with Justin Bieber, what have you. Right. But all along the way, it's all the same thing. Like you're hearing the same songs, but you're just getting a more level of access.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. That's really good move. That's nice. As you've rolled this out, and I'm sure that folks who are listening to this are thinking, that's exactly the infrastructure I should be using, and why am I not doing this right now? Mm-hmm. What's one lesson you've learned along the way that you kind of wish you knew up front that might help other folks sort of speed this learning process along?
I think it's just organizing my Google Drive.
Huh. That's interesting.
Like last year, it was all a hustle. Yeah. And I didn't build out systems. I didn't really build out SOPs or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if I had just an organized Google Drive like I have now, like I would have built those out. Because right now it's so easy to whip open a Google Doc, type some stuff out and then just plop it in the right place in my Google Drive.
Nice.
And yeah, that's probably the biggest advice that I would give.
That is not one I thought you would say, but that's really fascinating because again, it goes back to systems and processes. Does that help you just basically not reinvent the wheel every single time? You're able to find
exactly.
Exactly. Nice.
So now when how I have it laid out is like I have a folder that says programs. I have all my programs in there, like program folders.
Yeah.
And then inside of those folders, I have the modules in those folders. And then when I create a new video, I use Google Docs and just go through Google Docs on my videos. And then I share the Google Doc too. I like that way more than slides, and everybody's doing slides. I do a little bit differently because people can just take that Google Doc.
Right.
And I'm not a person to watch a 2-hour video. I would rather just have the Google Doc in front of me and just implement it. Yeah. So that's why I do it that way. So I type out the Google Doc for the new video that I'm thinking about creating, and then I just plop it into the right module. And then I put a reminder in to film that video, and then I film it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Systems and processes.
Yeah.
They, it's funny because and I think in our industry, people talk about systems and processes like it's some ethereal thing, but don't actually do them very well.
Yeah.
So that is such a great example of how a simple system can just save so much time. It can be way more effective. Great value little nugget there. That's something that could save people hours and hours and hours and get the right information to the right people faster.
Yeah. It changed everything for me. I'm not an organized guy naturally, but just creating an organized Google Drive has changed everything. Cause now I'm just like, oh, that document, it's in that folder. Let me grab it. There you go.
That is cool. I'm actually like thinking my own Google Drive right now. I'm like, I'm probably halfway there. That's awesome. Good stuff. Well, hey man, I really appreciate the time you take. Unfortunately, we're out of time, and I know you're busy, and I don't want to overstay our welcome. But as you've been talking, I'm sure there are folks who are listening who are thinking they've got to learn more about what you're doing. What is a great way for them to connect with you and to get a little bit more information on the kind of things that you're working on right now?
Sure. Yeah. Number one, reach out to me. Tell me what was the number one thing that you got from this podcast. Cool. Just let me know. I love to hear that, get feedback so I can provide better value on my next podcast that I get interviewed on. So that would be amazing, amazing, amazing. I'd love to strike up a conversation with you there. You can reach out to me on Facebook, Andrew Kroeze. You spell my last name, Kroeze. And just shoot me, hey, Andrew, this was my favorite thing from the podcast. Thank you so much. Something like that, and we'll strike up a conversation.
That's cool.
And then number two, I have a guide. If you go to tribeofbuyers.com, I have a guide that will show you how to get 1,000 potential buyers into your Facebook group and how to create that Facebook group.
Who would not want that?
Exactly.
That's awesome. Good stuff. So, and they can click the link right below here as well, and go directly to that. So that's terrific stuff. Thanks for that generous gift. That's great. Thanks for spending your time with us as well. You showed a lot of the steps along the way for people where I think, a lot of people think this is just, people kind of got there by luck or by, whatever. And you really laid out the steps that you put together to build this. I think that was really fascinating and a huge learning for everyone, including me. So
thank you. Can I mention one more thing?
Absolutely. Please do.
If you're going from 0 to 6 figures right now, hustle. Like the main thing is just putting in the effort and getting to 6 figures, and don't stop until you do it. Identify those things that are killing your momentum and take those things out of your life. That's the fastest way you'll get to 6 figures. And people that are going from 6 figures to 7 figures, it's all about systems and your offers. So dial in your offers and dial in your systems, and that is ultimately how you're going to go from 6 figures to 7 figures.
Awesome. What a perfect sum up of the whole thing. Yep. You don't need to buy anyone else's stuff now. Andrew's just sold you the secret.
Buy Frank's stuff. It's great.
Awesome. Very good. Well, hey, thanks again. Really appreciate you taking the time, Andrew. This is great stuff. Thanks again.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I always love having these conversations with you. And yeah, thank you for all your help along the way too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. It's absolute pleasure. And thank you everyone who's been listening. I appreciate you tuning into the 6 to 7 Figure Show for this great sort of master class in a quick 25 minutes here with Andrew on how to put together your Facebook group and a tribe of buyers. I mean, that was a great way to describe it. So thanks so much for being here, and we will catch you on the next time.